Jace Lejeune from Gridiron Football, making our rounds here on a Gridiron Football Spring Tour. I'm with Denham Springs head coach Brett Beard. Coach Beard, now that spring's just kind of wrapped up with a spring game against Coach Indes, one of the most respected coaches in the area, and then also a really good Lakeshore team. Just assess how the team fared here today.
Yeah, I really got everything out of it I wanted. That's the first time I've ever got to meet him and deal with him, and I love his energy. I love how his kids played. Really exactly what we needed. Of course, I guess you could say they got the win today. Hats off to them. But it's like I told our kids, the state championship isn't won in May, and at the end of the day, we won spring, because if you look at day one to through our 9 practices and our 1 walkthrough, or our 8 practices, 1 game and a walkthrough, we are a lot better today than we were 3 weeks ago when we started, which in this process is critical and a win. And we still got a lot of dudes that we know are going to be guys that we've put a lot on and haven't played a whole lot of football until today. So again, we're getting them ready for September. We're going to go through our growing pains and inexperience for right now. But we got a lot of players we're really excited about, some playmakers we're really excited about, a quarterback position we're really excited about, and the line is all a year older after we kind of took our lumps with them last year and watched them grow and get a lot better as the year progressed. So really excited about our spring and where we're at. And these kids have had a heck of a year, and they're tired, and it's ready to kind of shut them down for a little while and let them get those batteries going again for when they come back in June.
Well, I guess a bright spot here today, even though it came in the loss. I mean, Tylen seems like he really stepped up and made a lot of plays. But who are some guys that stood out to you today?
Yeah, Haynes, we think has a chance to be a special player. Quarterback. Of course, our 2 quarterbacks are great players. Nine's had probably one of the best offseasons he's had, and I'm gonna say his career, and his play has shown that. LaBeouf, 18, I thought had some really good, some good opportunities they took advantage of. And you still, I have to tell our guys, man, that, look, there's 5 dudes that can't touch the football. There's 6 of you that can, and we got a few dudes that are pretty good. And you got Brenton Paul in the backfield. You got Goldman, number 3. These guys have got to get the football, but we only have 1 ball to go around, and which when people are game planning for us and trying to take away 1 or 2 guys, that still gives us 3 or 4 guys that can really hurt you, which gives us a chance to be scary offensively. And that's what I'm excited about. And of course, our O-line is going to continue to grow and get better, and just need some more time.
Well, I know obviously you can't be happy with the pleas today with the turnovers, but I guess a positive is that the team was still right there in it despite the 2 turnovers.
Our kids aren't going to quit. I mean, they're going to fight for 48 minutes or for however long it is we play, and in this situation we're 24. You take away the 2 pick sixes, you're looking at a different game, and sometimes kids have to experience that and see that on the wrong side to understand the critical plays and the critical turnovers that turn into 6s. The percentages of you winning when the offense gives up a touchdown goes down, and it goes down drastically with 2. And we did that today, but again, it's May. Our guys need to learn that. They need to see that. They need to feel that. So when we get back to correcting it and cleaning it up, we can grow from there.
I know you mentioned, Coach, that the teams make strides from the beginning of spring to now. What do you think is the next step for this team to make during fall practice?
Yeah, our guys need a break. So we're going to give them a break until June 3rd, and then we're going to crank it up this summer, and it's going to be intense, and we're going to kind of get back to some of our basics, some things we've done in the past that we've had success with getting teams ready. And we're going to watch that. We're going to continue to get them comfortable competing. And again, we can't play enough football. The 7-on-7s are going to be more critical for us this year than they have been in a couple of years, because our back end defensively is younger, and they need to have those 7-on-7 reps. And I'm not a big 7-on-7 guy, but I know its place and understand its place. And with our young DBs, we need it more so now than we have the last few years with all the guys we had back every year. So we're going to get through June, and crank it up in July, and really our guys just got to play football. They got to be out here on this turf. They got to be out, be in that locker room together, and we'll continue to grow this and just work through the process and hone in on the details that we've struggled on, hone in on the details, and decide what it is we're good at and who we're going to be. And then of course, come September, you'll see a different team, and then you'll see a different team in October, and a better team in November, which is our job as coaches to continue to make them, continue to work them and train them and teach them and make them better.
And I know you mentioned the young secondary, and I actually been covering a lot of LSU and saw Deshaun is making a lot of plays at LSU. What's been kind of your conversations with him so far?
Well, I hate to say I'm not surprised. I mean, the kid is a freak athlete, and he's 6'4". He can run. The biggest thing for Deshaun that I can tell most everybody on why he's going to be successful is, sometimes those 4 or 5 star dudes on a high school field, they only have to do so much. Now you step on a campus like LSU and in a locker room with all those dudes, he's got to bring his A game every day, and he's got to compete at a high level every day. So being around that type player, every day competing, going against those receivers, SEC day in and day out, you're going to see a different McBride. He's going to get there really fast because he's very savvy, he's very football intelligent, and he's incredibly hardworking and instinctive, and really can do everything they need. And he's so multiple. There's going to be a place for him to play.
And last question, Coach. Appreciate your time as always. Just wrapping it up. Talking to the Yellow Jacket fans. I know this is just a snippet of what they can really expect, but what kind of overall team they should expect this year?
Well, again, I mean, if you wanted to look at this snippet and you wanted to judge off of it, we made some bad mistakes that put us in a hole, and we dug a hole again like we had a few times last year. And just like in the past, man, we got kids that are gritty. They're not going to quit. They're not going to start pointing their finger and whining and making excuses. They're going to dig in, and we're going to keep fighting, and we're going to chip away. And I think you saw that again in this team. We got to negate the hole we're digging for ourselves, and just come out, start fast. But I think you're going to see a gritty team, and a team that's a lot of fun to watch. A lot of grinding in between the tackles, getting nasty in between the tackles, with a big opportunity to make big plays.
Absolutely, Coach. Coach, appreciate your time as always. Yes, sir. Absolutely. And we're kind of making our rounds. Denham Springs is just one of our stops. To keep track of all of our stops, make sure to go to our website, gridironfootballusa.com.